Forensic Psychology is a podcast that provides an illuminating window into the workings of the criminal mind. Now, here's your host, Dr. Carlos.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be taking a look at workplace violence. It's the number 2 factor in on-the-job deaths for men and women, or for men, and number 1 among women. Of those individuals who were murdered at work, 83% were male. From the mid-1990s onward, the rate of female violent victimization at work was about 2/3 of the rate for men. It is worth noting, though, that 9 out of 10 female murder victims were killed by males. The National Crime Victimization Survey stated that between 1993 and 2009, about 572,000 non-fatal violent crimes occur annually while people are at work or on duty. Simple assault was the most common and accounted for 78% of non-fatal workplace violence, followed by aggravated assault at 17%, rapes and sexual assaults at 2.3%, and robberies at 3.1%. In 2009, there were 500 homicides. Of the occupations examined, bartenders had the highest rate of workplace victimization, followed by law enforcement, security guards, technical or industrial teachers, and custodial caregivers for mental health patients. The majority of workplace violence crime, 53%, was committed by a stranger. Intimate partners were identified as less than 1% of the offenders. 28% of offenders were colleagues. The non-fatal workplace crime rate declined 35% between 2002 to 2009. Reasons for the decline are only speculative but relate to the growing concern and attention paid by employers to the seriousness and prevalence of such incidents. Although men make up over 80% of the victims, murder on the job is the leading cause of workplace death for women, particularly vulnerable to assault but not homicide, are healthcare workers and government workers. Of 500 human resource professionals in 1993, found 75% of violent incidents in the workplace were fistfights, 17% were shootings, 7% were stabbings. So again, some of the things you can do to protect yourself, this is why we're putting it on this podcast, is protective measures. Some of the companies have included things like bulletproof glass in taxi cabs or at hospital admission desks. Of course, obviously now with the pandemic, those are more common, even though they're not bulletproof. Escort services for evening workers, better illumination at night. But what can you do if you're working in an environment? Some of the things you can do first is to see if anybody's behavior has changed. Has somebody become more introverted, more pessimistic, talking about things about harming people or how society is harming them? And really, again, you have to establish a baseline or anomaly. Is it somebody who's changed maybe in the course of time? Maybe something happened to them. They lost a significant other. They got divorced. Anything of that nature, some kind of traumatic event that could contribute to this change of mentality and change of behavior. So when you see this change of behavior from a positive to a negative, where maybe they used to be either quiet, didn't say much, but were always friendly, but now all of a sudden they're not friendly, or they make comments that are kind of inappropriate, especially if they're sexual innuendos, then you have a different type of a change in behavior. But if there's a change of behavior in the sense of society is out to get me, or you can't do anything right, or the government is watching, or whatever it is, and it's not one behavior. Again, you're looking at clusters of behavior, so you're looking to see if there's multiple things that are changing. Are they less less attentive at work? Are they not showing up on time? Are they missing a lot of work? Are they being more reckless at work, more egregious, things of that nature? Are they being more hostile towards you or towards other people? Anything, again, that goes away from their baseline is what you're looking for. And be careful, especially if you think somebody's going to be a problem. If they've ever threatened you or threatened anybody in the business, then definitely make sure people know about it. Talk to your supervisors, whatnot. If you say, oh, this person says they're going to come in here and hurt everyone, whatever it is, you want to make note of that and tell somebody. so they can know what's going on. You don't want to have to wait till after an event happens. So again, really important, anything out of the baseline, any kind of anomalies in a negative direction. And even if the person has been really go-lucky and kind of a happy or talkative person, all of a sudden they don't talk and they're introverted. We've seen these in radicalization individuals, right? Individuals have been radicalized. All of a sudden, people who are friendly, talkative, now don't talk to anyone or become really suspicious or things of that kind. Keep your eyes open. Again, condition yellow. Be vigilant in that environment. Thanks for listening.